I just woke up and Mommy made me orange juice. And yeah, I'm just gonna do a few things and I don't know really what I'm gonna do. So yeah.
Okay, good morning everyone. I don't think I said to you good morning. Ariel has some classes, so I went to run to my shop. This shop quite far away from us, so I love to buy here because it's organic or natural meats. They're coming frozen and they are selling to the shops. So the prices here they're a little bit better. So it's like distribution prices here in the shop, which is awesome. And I go there for once in a couple of months. I buy, certain amount of meats, and I just freeze them. I have upright freezer, and they're sitting there, and it's so convenient to take a couple and to incorporate in the meals, so it's just easier on me. I did haul actually from those meats on my mukbang channel before. Maybe I'll do here, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's how I save a little bit of money on organic and natural meats. We eat a lot of, as you saw probably, a lot of livers and a lot of inner like beef tongues, livers, and all of this thing. And it's it's good source of iron and food, and it's respectful to the animal. Because if you choose to eat animal, at least eat everything and respect it in this way, and it's a bit cheaper to eat this way. So yay, great for this. I have, sorry for the noise if you can hear them, I'm not sure. I have a little bit of time now before I need to take Ariel back, so I wanted to answer question, and I do it in the car, not at home, but yeah. And it's for Vanessa Kilpatrick, I think. Sorry that I didn't have time before, but I do have time now to answer your questions. And this is about homeschooling. And this, Victoria, may I ask you a dumb question? I have always wanted to homeschool. One thing, it's not dumb. Never, underestimate. You're allowed to ask a lot of questions. And actually, homeschooling is based on questions and interests. So it's okay. I have always wanted to homeschool my son, but I don't know how to go about doing it. Do you have teaching experience? No, I don't. Prior to this, I don't have really teaching experience. Is there a class you had to take to learn how to do it? Do you just go to the teacher supply store and buy materials and learn how to do it on your own? Can you please advise me a bit on this topic? I would appreciate any advice or help. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, thank you. Let's start. There is one first rule. It depends when you live. It depends how your school system goes around. I know even in Canada, BC has the most progressive rules in homeschooling. So I will talk more about BC than any other provinces. I know in different provinces, even in Canada, they have different rules. So I can't really answer. I know a little bit from forums and etc. what's going on in part of United States, but I guess because you have different states, I bet you have different rules in different states how you go about homeschooling. So you must check your local laws, regulations. Sometimes you need to, I know in Ontario, you must prove to the school system that you are doing enough with your child. So this maybe you need to jump some loops and hoops to get to the point of homeschooling. So really important to check your rules and regulations. This is the first, basic stuff. After this, in BC at least, now I'm going to talk about BC rules because I know the most obviously about our BC rules here. So first thing first, and you have two routes to take in our BC homeschooling. You can be registered, and by register, oh, Regina says hi.
Hi guys.
You see? Here she is. Da. So yeah, in BC you have two routes to take. So you can be registered, by which I mean you almost don't have any supervision on what you do, except I think in once a week or once in months, I'm not sure how it goes, you need to shoot an email what you did in these weeks, that you are like progressing, but they're not really watching what you are doing and how you are doing or anything like this. This is, I think, the most interesting and difficult route to take. And you need to grow into this route, and not everyone can do it. Some can, some less. The other route is called distributed learning. You can have, sometimes you have physical schools, sometimes you have online schools, and distributed learning. But by which it means that why it's distributed, it's because part of it like a teacher does, or a part of it, teacher supervised, and then you have curriculum, the regular curriculum as a school. It's legally even doesn't consider that the child is homeschooled. Legally it's considered to be, a public school. So we took this route because I was afraid to jump right away to, to self-regulated one, and I'm enjoying that I have someone to report to, and that we have curriculum, and then we have he's okay in this, and I have a check mark. Now another thing to at least consider, there is especially in the United States, and it's valid in Canada too, it's do you want to take the secular route or the religious route? And you can do both, like you can do both. I know in the United States it's very, very, very prevalent the religious route, because you have religious-based academies and whatnot, and I know that they have a lot of help, and you need to Google it probably, and it's have absolutely amazing base of information and help, and but it's religious. Obviously we took the secular route, and we took science-based route and math route, and because Ariel is really good in math and etc. So yeah, this is another layer to consider. Now, it's a lot of times it's up to you. Some registered people go through curriculum, and they are stick to BC approved curriculum, but they're doing it on their own time and on their own terms. There are people that go without curriculum and just go by interest, and and do, and this is interesting way to go into the ideas. The online there are tons of online community. Try to find online community in your area, and sometimes you can even go to social events with them, and the moms that have been on this route are very helpful usually, and there are a lot of questions to ask, a lot of exchange of information and exchange of curriculum things. You can buy them way cheaper than just in the shops. So this can be helpful for some, like used books and used things, and especially if you don't want to invest in books so much, you always can buy secondhand and etc. because they use it for so long. This thing that you need to consider as well. Another thing that I always tell, like in any school, you need to expect, or at least to have in mind, that maybe at some point you won't be able to help the child with some things. So at this point, it doesn't mean that child needs to go back to the school system whatsoever. No, but what it does mean is that sometimes you maybe will want to consider to have a tutoring or some type of tutoring, like help a little bit with math, or as a dyslexic as we are, like me and Ariel are, like Ariel really needs the Orton Gillingham approach, which is multisensory approach to reading and writing. So keep it in mind when you go to this, that you will need to have at least extra money for those things to help child with certain things. It's very important because you don't really want the child to be behind, or you don't want to go into something that you can't really handle. And yeah, and it can be quite pricey. The problem is that even if your child in regular school system, it's really, really, really important to have this money set aside for sure as well, because sometimes children just need help, and I don't know, you can't get around it. And sometimes you can help them, sometimes you can't help them. And this system, at least here in BC, doesn't qualify to help in a lot of things. So unfortunately, you need to do this privately. That's basically how you start. It can be overwhelming, and it was overwhelming for me especially. Regina wanted to homeschool him for a long time, but I was, hesitant because I have to be the main educator in our house. Regina does a lot of math with him, which I'm absolutely grateful, but the other stuff and, to plan the things and to do things, I do the most things in our house. Which I was afraid of, but trust me, it was the smoothest transition ever. We have project-based, we're doing project-based, which is awesome for my kid. Now, not everyone likes projects and not everyone has the ability to do project-based, but I think it's way more interesting and we're more oriented towards the interest of the child, which is absolutely awesome. By the way, now in BC, and we are very progressive here in BC with our curriculum, I just have sorry, I just have awesome news that all of the schools are going towards personalized curriculum for the children, and all of the schools goes with not putting age on knowledge. Like there won't be any more, by this age you need to know this and this, or you can't go ahead if you are very knowledgeable in one or two areas and slower in the other areas, which was yay. I was talking about this for a long time before even about the problems of the school system, because we put mark or label, okay, the child was manufactured in this year, so by this year he needs to be blah blah blah. So I really think that we need to cater to this emotion, and now it's as a rule, general rule in all schools in BC. It's not just schools in the homeschooling. Oh no, now all BC needs to go ahead with this progressive things. Now it was, again, I was absolutely amazed by this. Now actually it's not the first time ever. I was talking to one of the teachers in our setting, and she told, it's the first time ever that we need that it, like, to be educated, it's not enough. To have a degree, it's not enough. You need to have skill sets, and skill sets of something that really cater to your interest and to be passionate about. Because there we go, there are kids with awesome grades, extremely good, great grades, and they're coming to work, and it's the business owners, and they have no skills at all, no social skills, no management skills, no time figuring skills, because all of the school system, as for now, most of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, they were very catered to, okay, this is what you have, you have to be in this time here and this time there, you need to do this. And about 37% of kids nowadays that start university drop out in first year, because they doesn't have the skill set to figure out how much time do they need for this project, how much I can take on myself, when and where I'm going to do, how much time I need to go to library, and they don't have the skill set to stick in the universities. And it's interesting because it wasn't like this before. And again, another thing very important to consider, information is cheap. In 2 clicks you can get basically to any information you like online. So before it was the teacher who was the main source of information, and the teacher was dosing the information to the child by his own, you know, perspective or perception. But nowadays we don't need really teachers for information. Any child, when they start to print, they can get to any information. But what we do need is to teach children how to go through the information, what the information is good, what the information is bad, what is valid information, what is invalid information, where are coming, how can we go through the school or go through the system, not just by information, by social skills. How can we navigate the social hierarchy, and etc, etc, etc. So it's interesting. Even if you want to go to university and you want to learn something, it's not anymore books. You get the websites, you get interactive, you can videos, the information is cheap and it's flowing. So yeah, these are all the changes that are now in BC, and the rest of Canada is going to follow our step, which is awesome. So if you go with open mind and with this perspective as a child, as a main stepping, like he has to be we give more and more responsibility to the children nowadays, and the child he can go through his interest, and then you can add more and more around the world and around surrounding his interest. Let's say Ariel is really into anatomy. If you haven't seen the video, he's really into anatomy, but we had to learn about things like chemistry, that everything has different the states. Yeah, it can be liquid, it can be gas, and it can be solid. And if you can to connect in between those two, like I connected it with the gases that we, the water that comes into our, like, then we drink and then we breathe out, breathe in, and all of this, humidity, and you can connect all of those things. Or math, you can connect with the historical facts. If child is really good in math, like Ariel, you can connect it with historical facts, like how many years was there, and how many things that changes, and numbers, and etc. So this is the way that all of the education now progresses to. And there's something that we were doing for a long time, and something that we were talking about for ages. So I'm really pleased with this, and it just means that okay, we're on the right path, and everyone else is catching up to us. I hope it was somewhat helpful to you, and I hope you will take some information from it, and you will run to it. If you need more specific questions, maybe I will answer more. And anyhow, I'm already talking for 15 minutes about the education, so let's go shop and let's go get our meat as for today. Now we're in a library. We have to take a matrix that was on hold actually for us, and we have to to find a couple of books for Ariel to read, because summer is closed and he needs to start reading more. So here he is. Say hi.
Hi. I'm looking at Harry Potter Death, because we have 1, 2, and 3, and both parts of 7 don't work. So.
Yeah, so he wanted Harry Potter 1. So, yay.
Hey guys, hey, haven't seen you today all day, or you haven't seen me today all day as well. And so I was back from work. I had a nap because I was so exhausted. Some days you just crawl back home and you're just so tired, and that's it. And now I was driving Ariel to his martial arts, just stopped on the way on the side and just talking to you because we have a little bit of time. And he fell asleep on the back. And that's it. So I'll go and keep driving him to martial arts, and we'll get there. I'll just watch him and we'll go back home. That's the plan.
Okay, guys, Regina is home from, she did it today, long day, and
Well, this is actually evening. She came in the middle of the day, I'm pretty sure.
yes,
Yeah, and I gave you an update, and now we're back from martial arts, and we got
eating.
stuff ready for the mukbang, and we're going
No,
to
it's
the mukbang.
already 9 p.m. You have to understand when we're doing the mukbang. But yes, we're not going to the mukbang, and I think we will finish it for today. Afterwards, we're just I'm going to edit, and they're going to sleep, and all
Yeah, we're
as
going
well.
to do. Maybe we'll spend
Wait,
some time
watch-
together.
Maybe watch Wipeout.
We'll have to
Yeah.
watch Wipeout.
Wipeouts.
It's
go
so
figure.
funny. It's like smash wee. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I'll maybe read a book. We'll see.
Yeah, so I think we
Probably
will
Wipeout today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wrap it up as for today.
Wrap it up like a present,
Like a present,
present.
So yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, write us a comment, thumbs up us, and cheers.
Loving life.
Well,
Well, yeah.
family daily fun.
Well,
Anyhow,
family daily
we're
fun.
still loving life.
And make sure to have fun every single day. First time I said it.
Yes, and make sure to have fun every single day.
Absolutely.
Check out our Patreon account, Etsy shops, and see you tomorrow.
And if you love to nap, nap is a happy
Nap is a
moment
happy
too.
moment too. Oh yeah, it's bring us lots and lots and lots of happiness.
I
So,
only
yeah.
like to nap if I only slept for 3 hours.
Yeah, but naps are good. They
Yes.
kind of rejuvenate your soul.
Oh yeah.
See ya, guys. Bye.
Bye. See
Bye.
you tomorrow.